Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this July the 1st, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Monday out there so far. Everybody has a great Monday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be talking about major hurricanes to track through the Caribbean Sea. Also, we're going to take a look at your local forecast across the United States for your Tuesday and Wednesday. Also, we're going to take a look at the current watches warning advisory map. We're going to take a look at the storm prediction center that plays over the next few days. And also, we're going to take a look at Invest 96L, which is following Tropical Storm Beryl. Kind of iffy on this system here if it will develop right now, because if it's going to move over the cooler waters of this system, it may be just a tropical wave. Now we'll have to continue to monitor that. I'll be talking about that toward the end of this video. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, as you can see here, we have a major hurricane in the Caribbean Sea. As you can see, it's well defined eyeball there in the middle of the screen, and it's got well deep convection around the center of rotation, and it's pretty wide, and it's done slammed the islands down here in the Leeward Islands, and will continue to trek to the west. Jamaica, you are in the area, get ready for that. And if you're in the Yucatan Peninsula, get ready, it is coming for you after that. Alright, well, let's take a look at some information on this system. And we're going to take a look at the forecast cone hurricane center. If this thing will work for me. Okay, I think it finally decided it wanted to work for me. Alright, as you can see, here is tropical storm warnings here in the blue. Right here along the Leeward Island, we have tropical storm warnings along the Dominican Republic, south of Haiti. We have a hurricane watch in effect for Jamaica. I would not be surprised to see a tropical storm and a hurricane watch issued over here for the Yucatan Peninsula, and also maybe a tropical storm warning, maybe even a hurricane warning possible in the Gulf of Mexico. There's the wind field there in the yellow. That's the tropical storm force wind. Behind the X there is the hurricane force wind. Alright, if you're tracking this system at home, it's located near latitude 13.2 north, longitude 63.2 west, maximum sustained winds 150 miles an hour with higher gusts, moving to the west northwest at 21 miles per hour, which is classified as a major hurricane with winds greater. Alrighty, but as you can see, it becomes a tropical storm over here in the southern Gulf of Mexico, but I would not be surprised it may become a category 1 hurricane again as it gets into the southern Gulf. Alright. Let's take a look at the hurricane model runs here. Alright, here's the current position of the storm. Moves across the central Caribbean Sea. There's Jamaica to the north, Yucatan Peninsula, and there's most of the model takes it into eastern Mexico. Some turns it may go into South Texas, so you guys in South Texas may get some of this system, but not the full brunt of the storm. And let's take a look at the intensity guidance of the system. Okay, I think it's about right there. We've got about 130 knot winds, equal to 150 miles per hour. So it's right on the borderline of the category 5. But as you can see, the intensity got it, drops it down pretty quick as it goes across the Caribbean Sea. According to the models here, there may be some wind shear that weakens the system down to a category 2 and a category 1 into a tropical storm. About 96 hours to 168 hours out. So that's been one of the models here do keep it. Some of the models do keep it into a hurricane. That's why I said it could still become a hurricane still as it gets into the Gulf of Mexico. So I'll continue to monitor that as we get closer to the event. All right, now let's take a look at the local forecast now here across the lower 48. We got thunderstorms and showers across southern South Carolina, the coastal waters down to the Florida Keys, northwest Bahamas, Gulf of Mexico, stretching from Georgia to southern Louisiana. More showers and storms across southern Canada, stretching into Michigan, down toward Nebraska, down toward Arizona, New Mexico, northwest areas of Mexico, stretching into Wyoming, also some along Montana through the Dakotas, also Minnesota as well, right on the Canadian-U.S. border. The red slashed area, there's some heavy rain and flash flooding and some severe weather possible across the yellow slashed area from Kansas into portion of Iowa and also Missouri. Otherwise, dry high pressure in charge in much of Canada, much of the eastern United States, including New Brunswick and also Newfoundland, back into portions of Texas, Mexico, Gulf of Yucatan Peninsula, Jamaica, Cuba, the Bahamas, Gulf of California, and the Four Corners region in the western U.S. as well. All of this activity for your Tuesday, July the 2nd. Alright, here's your Wednesday forecast. You can see thunderstorms and showers for portions of New Brunswick across southeast Canada, stretching through New York State, down to Kentucky, back to North Texas, also New Mexico and Arizona, northwestern Mexico, stretching far north through the Dakotas, Minnesota, Iowa, back to Montana and Wyoming, right along the Canadian-U.S. border. More thunderstorms and showers from eastern Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia, southern South Carolina, Florida as well, and also the Gulf of Mexico, and also the coastal water of the Atlantic. Also, we have more severe weather from Nebraska to Kansas in the yellow slashed area, same from portion of Illinois to Ohio, and also in the red slashed area from Kansas to Missouri to Illinois. Some flash flooding and heavy rain possible. Otherwise, dry high pressure in charge of much of Canada, the western U.S., Gulf of California, much of Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula, Jamaica, Cuba, the Bahamas, also toward Texas to the Carolinas, all the way up into portion of eastern Maine, and also into Newfoundland as well. All of this activity is for your Wednesday, July the 3rd. Alright, let's take a look at the watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation currently. Alright, as you can see, we got some flood watches in effect for southern South Carolina into Georgia and northern Florida. And again from Minnesota to Iowa, also in the portion of Kansas. Same over portion of Colorado to Utah, also into New Mexico. We got a lot of heat advisories stretching from portions of Georgia to Florida to Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana to Texas, all the way to Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and also Missouri. Also some over in California there as well. Alright, we've got excessive heat warnings also in effect for Louisiana to Texas, also in the portion of Oklahoma. Same over here in Southern California, Southern Nevada, and central and western areas of California there as well. Red flag warning for Utah. Also, we have some excessive heat watch in effect from Nevada up to Oregon State as well, Northern California. Alright, we got a tornado watch report in Nebraska, severe thunderstorm watch from Nebraska through the Dakotas. Also, the river flood warning still continue from Wisconsin to Iowa to North South Dakota to Missouri, Iowa, down toward the eastern Texas area as well. Special marine warnings in the Big Bend area of Florida. We got special weather statements also for portion of Montana into portion of Wyoming, also Idaho as well, Utah, excuse me, and also into portion of areas of Arizona. All right, we got some gale warnings, small craft advisories on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Same from up here from California to Washington State. Same across the Hawaiian Chain Islands, south side, north side looks good. Around the Alaska area, got some red flag warning inland, and also got some special weather statements there as well in Alaska. Storm Prediction Center time. Alright, as you can see, we got some severe weather. This is for today over in portions of Dakota, down in the portions of Colorado. Also a little bit of marginal enhanced risk, marginal risk, and a slight risk, stretching from portions of Wisconsin, Wisconsin, all the way down into portions of North Texas, also into Colorado. Day 3, marginal risk, slight risk, stretching from up here near Montana down to North Texas, all the way over to Ohio, western Pennsylvania, and also New York State. You can see here on day 4, you can see we got a patch of severe weather. Slight risk will be over Missouri, also portions of Kansas and Oklahoma, areas as well, maybe northern Arkansas also. Alright, and finally we're going to wrap it up with Invest 96L. As you can see here, a lot of the activity is diminishing. That's why I'm expecting this system may not turn into anything, since it's going to be going over cooler waters of the Atlantic. But I will continue to monitor this and see what happens with 96L. Alright, now let's move on to the model runs here. This is the current position of the storm, pretty much going through the Leeward Islands again, going through pretty much the same waters as Beryl going, also going across Jamaica, also into portions of western Cuba later on down the road. This one here could make a turn and make a run for the Big Bend area of Florida or the Florida Panhandle, something we'll have to monitor there. Right now in the short term, should not be no development at this time. Alright, let's take a look at the intensity guidance and then we're going to wrap up the video. Alright, you can see 25 knot winds equal 30 miles per hour, pretty much just a tropical wave. Few of them takes it into a tropical storm status, so that's why I said maybe later on down the road it could, but we have to continue to monitor that as we get closer, as it gets closer to the Caribbean Sea, and see what happens from there forward. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. We'll catch you back in the next video, so have a wonderful Monday.